All right, welcome to Life Extension Live. I'm Dr. Mike, and that is
Dr. Crystal.
Dr. Crystal. Today we're going to talk about sleep. Now, I know we've talked about this before. I know a lot of you in the audience have heard we need more sleep, we need more sleep. But here's the thing, we're still not getting it.
Right, and people aren't telling you how to, the steps that you would need to do to get better sleep.
Right.
You know, outside of just
take a pill.
Right.
Which could be helpful, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. On today's show, we're going to talk about something called sleep hygiene and give you some really good tips to prepare to go to sleep. Can this help? Well, let's find out. And we're going to cover best sleeping positions, by the way. So let's get right into how we are defining sleep hygiene. How would you, what's your one sentence definition?
Yes, everything that you do to prepare yourself for a good night's rest. Your environment, things that you do, foods that you eat, when you should shower, temperatures in your home. So all of that is what we would call good sleep hygiene, if you do the right things.
And a lot of us aren't at the end of the day. I think when we go through this, let us know how you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Tell us go ahead and comment and let us know where you kind of fall in with the sleep hygiene. So let's get into this. The first thing that we want to talk about is staying consistent with a sleep bedtime routine.
Right, and all this consists of, or it falls under the heading of helping you to maintain a good circadian rhythm.
We have that. We
have a chart.
There it is.
To show the sleep-wake cycle and everything that happens in that 24-hour period, and how the circadian rhythm manages blood sugar control, blood pressure control, the release of different hormones in the body, fluctuations in your temperature day and night. And so that's why you need to have a consistent rhythm.
Right. And right now, a lot of us, because we don't have a good routine, I know many, I have, I'm pretty good. I got a pretty good set routine, but I, have friends that midweek, their routine is totally different from the weekend. And so that's an important point too, right? Is when we say staying consistent for whenever you go to bed and wake up, it needs to be every day.
It should be. Now, of course, we're talking to the individual who, if you are having trouble sleeping, this is where you have to be really consistent, because every little variation can impact you on days where it really matters, like the weekdays. So if you have trouble sleeping, the weekday should be the same as the weekend. Right.
Now, and when it comes to setting your sleep routine, it doesn't have to be you have to figure out what works for you, right? Everybody's a little bit different there. Some have kids, some don't, whatever. So whether it's 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, whatever that is, find that right time, stay consistent with it.
Yes, and a cool strategy is using your technology. Although we're going to talk about technology and how that can be problematic to this strategy. But personally, my phone, I have settings where it has the time that I'm supposed to go to bed, so it tells me time to go to bed. Yeah. And then, of course, it wakes me up as well.
Which, it's funny. It's kind of like we have to treat ourselves like kids again, right? Remember when you were a kid? I mean, come on, your parents probably went bedtime, and they were pretty consistent with it because they wanted you to go to bed, so they had some downtime.
It's your bedtime, and so we should take that into our adult world. Why does bedtime end with children? Sleep hygiene, good sleep hygiene is all about carrying that into your world as an adult and set a bedtime. And it doesn't have to be 9 o'clock. We were kind of doing some math here.
Yeah.
It could be 11 o'clock. Make it something that you can maintain.
Exactly.
So if 11 o'clock's your bedtime, you wake up 7:30, that's perfect. That's still 8.5 hours of sleep.
Right. For me, 9 o'clock. That's it. My dog even knows. Charlie knows. You guys know Charlie. They've met Charlie.
Yes.
Yeah, he even knows. When he starts right around 9 o'clock, he starts going closer to the stairs to go up to the bedroom. It's really cute. So he knows it as well.
Yeah, so it just takes some discipline, Dr. Mike.
What's yours? Wait.
9. So my
Why did
I'm
you
in
say it
bed
like
early.
that?
So I'm in bed early. Well, I still have the kids. And I know a lot of people say, 9:00, that's so early. How do you get anything done? I mean, we have a very structured home. And so my family, they know, oh, it's 9. They don't call me. My
No
dad will
texting,
say,
yeah.
I was going to call you, but I figured I knew that you all were probably in bed. So you have to train yourself and
And
train
your
the
family.
people around you.
That's great.
And set your phone where it's on do not disturb.
Yeah.
That's a part of my
That's
technology
a good
bedtime routine.
Yeah.
My phone automatically goes into do not disturb at a certain time at night.
Listen, so again, stay consistent, find that routine. Number 2, keep it dark. Pretty straightforward, right?
Lots of strategies here that we can talk about. One that I advocate for, it's blackout curtains.
Yeah, you're big on that. She trust me. She told me how big she is.
Even if you have blinds,
Yeah.
there's light can still kind of seep through.
Yeah.
the
But
blinds.
I'm going to go ahead and tell the story because I think you did bring up a really good point. I mentioned to Dr. Crystal that my blinds are good enough. A little light comes through, doesn't bother me. But you were saying it might bother me. Maybe it's keeping me from a deeper sleep longer, and I may not recognize it.
Yes.
But it could actually be bothering me.
Very true. So don't think about your personal preference. Oh, I can sleep. The light doesn't bother me. I'm always telling my parents, I always go back to when I go home to visit. My mom is the night owl of the family. My dad,
He's consistent at
he's
early.
pretty consistent unless it's March Madness and he's staying up watching basketball. but yeah, so my mom will have the light on in the room and my dad is sleeping and it doesn't bother him. But I go in, I'm like, Mom, turn this light out.
Yeah,
You have to turn the lights off because even if it's not bothering, he doesn't think it's bothering him.
Well,
but
that's how I was
it is
thinking.
biochemically stopping his production of melatonin, and he wakes up maybe not feeling as refreshed because of your light.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. That was kind of a soapbox moment, but that's fine.
But people are dealing with this every day, and so. Yeah, you have to stand up for yourself.
My favorite thing, and we did a show about healthy Christmas gifts. You remember that? And I gave a gift to a friend who has trouble sleeping. AutoDim Lights, meaning, and you could get these lights. They can go in a lamp. They can go. There's different versions, like whatever. They have those recessed light ones too. There's many choices, but you can set the timer so that it mimics more like daytime stuff.
Yes.
And then as it goes into evening, it dims it a little bit. Goes into getting ready for bed, it dims it even more.
It's the most amazing invention, and they're not very expensive.
Not at all. It's a kind of a cheap gift.
Don't tell the person. Hopefully, the person you gave it to is not listening.
Right now, keeping it dark isn't just about keeping light coming in and stuff. It's also about we have to talk about it. It's the light coming from our devices.
Devices, the TV. Lots of people sleep with the TV on.
Yeah. I used to do that, and that did. You know what I found when I had the TV on. So by the way, when we talk about devices, it can be anything that light is hitting you in the face. Let's just say it that way.
Yes.
Right.
Anything. Air purifier, alarm clock.
Those little lights, like some of those
LEDs.
Yeah, they're bright. It's like you feel like someone's staring at you. Right?
So true.
I have an air purifier where I have to put black tape over the light. But anyways, so it could be anything like that. But I know I used to like to fall asleep with the TV on, and I always noticed I was getting real sleepy, I would turn it off, and I would fall asleep, but then I would wake up like maybe just 45 minutes later. So that light it ruined my melatonin production time basically, and I woke up.
Yes.
That's not good.
Yeah, and so what we're talking about is the things that we think are our preferences and we like we like sleeping with the TV on, and maybe you say I don't have any sleep problems, but the question is, do you wake up feeling refreshed? Yeah. Do you have energy the next day? Right. Or do you kind of wake up sometimes and feel like, man,
I need to go back to bed.
Yes.
If you're saying that, things are bothering you.
Right.
Right.
And you should consider some of these sleep hygiene tips.
Set your devices to night mode. Right. If you are going to look at some of these devices, you know, it's tough. We have bad habits now. At least you can wear the blue light sunglasses, which you demoed on the show once years ago.
Oh, for sure.
It was pretty funny. And then here's my thing. I just think your device when it's time for bed, especially that smartphone, right? That's what most people are carrying around everywhere with them.
Yeah.
When it's time for bed, I think you should charge that in a different room. Just get it out.
I like that strategy for two reasons. One, you're getting the phone out. Two, you're not tempted to be on the phone in the bed. Three, when your alarm clock goes off in the morning, you actually have to get out of the bed to turn it off.
Yeah. See, it makes you get up.
It makes you
get up. That's awesome. Here's a little bonus little tip, right? Keep it cool.
Yes.
And I'm going to actually say maybe on the colder side.
I know. So the research shows high 60s, mid 70s. I think mid 70s still may be a little warm.
Yeah.
I think you're at what?
68.
And I'm at about 71.
That's
at night.
Yeah. So staying cold does help to induce a restful night's sleep. There's evidence that it helps you go through the stages of sleep. You know, the ones you're supposed to cycle through. So yeah, keeping it cold is important.
Yes.
That's your bonus tip. Here's this one I think is probably what's really tough for a lot of people. You got to wind down. we are on the go.
Yes.
All day long between friends and work and social stuff and devices, and it's just nonstop.
That's true.
Nonstop information, nonstop noise.
Right. And so that wind down period of time, this is, you know, the 2, maybe even 3 hours before your bedtime.
Yeah.
So this process starts earlier in the night.
Yeah. So if you're going to pick, say, like you said, 11 as your going to bed routine, you need to start focusing on this around 8-ish.
8:30.
Yeah.
Should be kind of the wind down time. So what do we mean by wind down? Don't talk to people who are going to stress you out at night.
Yeah. I'm sorry. We got Sandy Rodriguez. She's commenting on keeping it cool. She says, I'd be sweating at 71. Sandy, I'm right there with you.
So Sandy, what temperature do you keep your home at night?
Let us know what you do.
Know.
I'm at 68, so let us know how cold you keep it. So let's get back to winding things down. Right? It's a process. Give yourself time. You can't wind down 30 minutes before your routine. So don't do that. It's impossible, right? So what are some of the things you want to do and not do? I'm gonna start with things you don't want to do.
Okay.
When you're in your wind down phase, your time period, no emails.
I love that.
Because because we tend to also focus on the emails that are going to get us riled up.
Yeah.
Especially if it's work emails. Just no emails. Put it down. It can wait for tomorrow. What do you think?
I love that. I'm slowly trying to do that. I haven't quite incorporated the sleep hygiene
And
habit.
this next one also kind of goes along with that is avoid stressful phone calls, avoid conversations with people that everybody has those people in your life that kind of can rev you up a little bit. Yeah. We probably rev other people up a little bit. So you got to know kind of some of those boundaries.
Yes.
That's my sister calling. She drives me nuts. I'm going to talk to her in the morning.
Yeah. Another thing is the TV. The shows that if we are watching TV at night.
That's good, but the shows you're watching.
The shows you're watching, some of them can, get you pretty heated.
Like some of my Food Channel stuff, watching a souffle I get all revved up on that.
The Food Channel, I would say that's one that you probably...
I get excited. Well, no. The problem with those kind of channels now is most of the shows are competitions.
Oh,
and you're like rooting for
okay.
somebody, and you're like, no, turn the temperature down.
But yeah, I mean, obviously this is an individual thing, but don't watch HGTV if it's going to give you anxiety that your house doesn't look like that person's house.
Oh, that sounds like something you've experienced.
Well, you know.
Yeah, keep it calm and relaxing, whatever you have to do.
Yeah, we love kind of the relaxation stations now. We on
Wait, what?
and so on YouTube they have these channels where it's this relaxing environment and it's playing really cool nighttime jazz or slow music.
Yeah.
They are the best, and it's a nice scenery, so you can be, you know, sitting by the fire.
And just relax.
Oh, it's the best.
Also, you know, on those, YouTube has these. You can also get little machines. I got one for my son. They're the like noise, white noise, green noise, brown noise. So those even machines, certain noises. I think it's green noise that is good for like just calming a little bit. So there's things out there.
Yes,
that can help.
LJ, you must have taken a sneak peek at our notes. Exercise.
Yeah.
We are going to talk about exercise before bed. You shouldn't exercise too close to bed. So that's right, LJ.
Well, no, let me ask something about that.
Okay.
Because I agree with that. But one of the other relaxing things we have on our list is yoga. But so it'd have to be light.
Yes, not the more of the stretching yoga.
Yeah, you're not going to go to a hot yoga class, right? It's just more just stretching a little bit, meditating.
The yoga, the meditation.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm doing this.
That is very nice. I don't know why.
I can't touch my
So yes, if you are going to have some type of physical activity, the relaxing ones.
Right. Because we'll get into exercise a little bit coming up. Here's a bonus tip. So let's say you're practicing all this.
Mm-hmm.
You got your consistent routine. You got your wind down period, right? And you got some music or whatever that is for you. And you're still having some issues getting to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your bonus tip.
Okay.
Don't force it. Get up.
Oh, I love that.
Don't force it.
That's a good one, Dr. Mike.
Consistency is important, but if you fight it and you're looking at the clock and now you're just stressed because it's now 30 minutes later and you've just lost it.
That's a recipe for being up half of the night.
Right.
I mean, it's
so don't force it. Get up and do something. Read a book.
That's right.
You had a good
yeah. So get up, read a
suggestion.
book, or maybe write down your thoughts. So if you're having racing thoughts, get out of bed, go write down some of your thoughts, maybe even the checklist that's in your head, get it out of your head on paper, and then get back in bed.
So I think there's somebody right now who's commenting about March Madness.
That's my dad.
I know.
He stays up late watching those. I don't know
Can't do
why
it.
are
You
the
gotta go.
basketball games so late?
Well, because they're all over the country. Some of them are on the West Coast. I kind of get what he's saying, but listen. You got to make that decision, right? Because but this brings up a good point. Some people may think, well, okay, fine. During this couple of weeks, I'm going to stay up, but I'll make up for it later. Research shows you can't really make up for missed sleep.
Uh-oh.
Right. Like people will say that, like, okay, I'm staying up late working, studying as a student, whatever that. And they'll say, like, I'm going to make it up on the weekend. You really don't make it up. And the damage of lack of sleep can happen.
Yeah. So, maybe record the game.
He's not going to like that.
We're giving some tips.
He's not going to like that.
Record
I'll tell you right now.
the game.
He's not going to like that.
And watch it the next day.
He's not going to like that. Okay. All right. So get up, do something, get the thoughts out of your head, and then you'll be ready to go back. Okay. Number 4 is wake up with natural sunlight.
It's the best. Wake up, and you see it in movies.
Open the curtains.
Open up those curtains. Get that natural sunlight into your room. Let's say you have to wake up before daylight. Turn on the lights.
Get lights on, yeah. It's really how it's the light that comes into your eye, activates the retina, activates the brain to now remove melatonin and increase cortisol.
And that cortisol is going to give you energy.
Yep. It's the light that actually does it.
Yeah.
So you got to get light. I love it because I get up when it's still kind of dark, but after I have my coffee and Charlie eats, when we're ready to walk, that sun's starting to come up.
Oh, I bet it's beautiful.
Oh, there's one part of the walk where we're going east, like towards the beach, and it's just right on your. It feels so good.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Good sunlight.
Yeah. So make sure you can do that. Diet and exercise. Now we mentioned exercise with LJ, but before we go there, let's talk about food. You're the nutrition expert. What do you?
Yeah. So your last meal of the day should be about 2 to 3 hours before bed. So I kind of put this in that category of your wind down. You're winding down during that, an hour or so before bed. No big meals, no heavy meals.
Yeah, you think a heavy meal does help you to sleep because you get sleepy. But you really don't sleep well with a lot of food in your stomach. You don't.
Yes. Well, your body is
working.
Yes, it's trying to digest that food.
Right.
And it's not trying to get you ready for
you said 2 to 3 hours?
2 to 3 hours before bed.
Right. And then is there any type of food that let's say it's your wind down period and you are a little hungry. Mm-hmm. Is there anything that's better to eat than not to eat? Because I've heard a lot of things about protein's better at that point versus sugar.
So protein for sure, or something with fiber. Of course, I'm going to say fiber because what you don't want are the spikes, the fluctuations in the blood sugar. Right. A cool food that's good, cherries. Tart cherries.
Oh, yeah.
Tart cherries have melatonin.
There you go.
So, you can maybe eat a handful of cherries.
So there are some things you can do because people get hungry, they want to snack a little bit. It happens.
We know that warm milk, Dr. Mike's not into just drinking milk.
But that's true, though. Warm milk is true.
Warm milk, those peptides in milk.
Yeah.
Have been shown to have a very relaxing effect in the body.
That used to be an old wives' tale,
It works.
And now it's been shown in research, right? Mm-hmm. That warming it up breaks those proteins down, and they have an effect on calming you.
Yes.
Yeah, bringing you down. So that's so there's your diet now, and exercise, right? And again, be careful if you want to do some light yoga, stuff like that is fine. Mm-hmm. You just don't want to be in the gym sweating it away, and it's your wind down period. That's not winding down. Right?
Not at all.
And I know that's going to be hard because some people work late and then they want to go to the gym, and now we're telling them they got to have a wind down period. Yeah, we have to make some choices. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, if you're not sleeping well, all that exercise you're doing may not be all that helpful.
You're working late. If you're not sleeping well, you're not going to be the top performer on your job. You will not be on your A game. You will not be the best version of yourself if you are not getting proper rest.
Right. Yeah. Now we made it clear that this show is not going to really be about pills and supplements, but since we are talking about food, we can mention some of our favorites. Obviously, there is melatonin, but that's not for everyone. That works for me, by the way. I love my melatonin. Yeah, works great. I've been taking it for years. Mm-hmm. Remember, melatonin isn't just for sleep. It's a good brain antioxidant, has a lot of other benefits down the line. Things like theanine from green tea, lemon balm.
Great. Glycine is good.
Glycine is a really good one,
ashwagandha.
Too.
Of course, we
talk about ashwagandha a lot. Yeah, ashwagandha is great. So there are some supplements during that wind down period. You could take it in pill form. There's teas.
I love chamomile tea, lavender tea. I have lavender essential oils that I sprinkle on my pillow at night. We do it all in the Gossard house.
It never ends. I learn something new almost every time we do a show.
It's my thing.
All right. Let's get into this is interesting now. Sleep positions.
Ooh, the big debate.
It is kind of a big. Well, I don't think it is a big debate, but we have the answer.
We do.
It's pretty clear, right?
And so we're saying when we say sleep positions, should you sleep on your side, on your back, on your stomach? Which is best?
So ready? You want to do this?
Yes.
Which is best? 1, 2, 3. Side.
Side sleeping.
Absolutely.
Especially if you have snoring issues, sleep apnea, then you want to sleep on your side.
Side. It's great. Side sleeping is one of the best ways to keep your spine alignment nice and straight. So if you have low back pain, something I deal with a lot, you know that. Side sleeping with a little pillow between the legs, perfect.
That's it. And then the side sleeping, left side sleeping on your left side, is good if you have acid reflux.
Right.
Because I don't think people realize the
Where
stomach,
the stomach,
kind of
how it turns.
opens.
Yeah.
So when you sleep on your left side, the opening of the stomach is facing.
Yeah, so right side. So side is
side.
definitely your best. Now, sleeping on your back is what we would say is better than sleeping on your stomach, but not as good as sleeping on your side. So if you're a back sleeper, it's probably okay.
Yeah, it does help to keep the spine aligned. So it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's good for your skin.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Back sleeping.
Yes,
You're kind of keeping
true.
Gravity is helping with those wrinkles. You also don't have the issues where sometimes your pillow, if you don't change your pillowcase enough, then you can develop acne from the pillow. So now your face is not on the pillow. So yeah,
It's nice. That's good.
back sleeping's your beauty position.
We're going to back up for a sec because Sandy Rodriguez is asking something about cheese. You know, I'm a cheese freak. So I personally think during your wind down phase, cheese is a pretty good choice. Has good protein, has some good fat, but it's not going to give you that sugar spike. What do you think?
I like that.
There you go. So Sandy, get some cheese and let me know which kind you like because I like them all.
Yes.
Okay, so then of course, what's worse?
Stomach sleeping.
Yeah,
Wait,
there's an although?
No, it's something that I love, and I have had to train myself.
You used to sleep
to not sleep on my stomach.
What? Really?
It's my favorite way to sleep.
How many of you like to sleep on your stomach? I thought I would think that would be
my favorite
a weird way.
No.
I mean, what about your skin?
It's the worst. Oh, I know. That's why I train myself to try to sleep on my back for my skin.
Yes. Well, it's better that way. Or try sides. At least one side of skin would be fine.
Okay.
Well, there you go. There is hopefully a show today that's going to help you get a better, restful night sleep. You remember, sleep has those stages, and one of the key stages is that deep sleep. That's where the body repairs itself, restores, resets all kinds of systems in your body. You got to have it. And so hopefully some of these tips, sleep hygiene tips, are you're going to find helpful.
I think they will be helpful.
Yeah. So
if you do it.
Get started, right? Stay consistent, not just with your routine, but with all of it, right? Get that wind down time. Think about what you're doing in that wind down time. That can be very important. And let us know if some of these tips are working for you. You can always, on our Facebook page at Life Extension, just tell us.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us today. Don't forget, you can go to lifeextension.com/sleep, right?
Yes.
And that's a protocol that you can check out. Now, that protocol covers everything.
Oh, it gives you the ins and outs on nutrition, nutrients to add in, even the newer medications that's there.
It's all there. Yeah.
As well as sleep hygiene tips.
Right. So check that out at lifeextension.com/sleep. And when you're there, you might as well buy some products. Life Extension is our sponsor, and they want to thank you. So you can buy what you want. Maybe check out some of the supplements we talked about. And when you check out, use the code LELIVE, and you'll get 10% off, $50 or more, plus free shipping and handling. That's at lifeextension.com. Don't forget, we go live every Wednesday at 12 noon. If you're on Facebook, hit that interested button. If you're on YouTube and Twitter, go ahead and follow us. That way you never miss when we go live.
That's right.
Every Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern Time. I'm Dr. Mike. That's
Dr. Crystal.
We'll see you next time.